The Kinsman Foundation is going strong and celebrating 60 years of excellent service and support to people with physical disabilities. We invite everyone to celebrate with us as we look back at the past, visit the present, and look to the future of this wonderful organization with an incredible history and promising future for all. When the kin of District 5 rose to meet the urgent need to aid those stricken by a disastrous polio epidemic over 50 years ago, no one could have anticipated that they were presiding at the birth of an organization that was to provide leadership and expertise in the whole field of physical rehabilitation for over 60 years. What began as a response to the Kinsman motto of serving the community's greatest need has become a proud symbol recognized around the world of kin accomplishments, especially here in the province of BC. As we continue to celebrate over 60 years of service to severely physically disabled, it is fitting to review what has been done since that inception.
I've had a series of interesting and different environmental control systems, each one being a learning curve. They just seem to get better all the time.
And with this sip and puff straw, I could do about 70 different functions.
I could use the phone to call 911 if I needed to, or one of my care aides if somebody else didn't show up in the morning. For a person that can't do a lot for themselves, just being able to have that little bit of independence, I think, makes all the difference.
Independence is the key word, you know, when you have a disability. The more you can do for yourself, the better you are, the better you feel about yourself.
Right now, I'm enjoying my freedom.
I wouldn't have been able to live on my own without TIL.
Without TIL, I would be really in a pinch. I couldn't do the things I do, and it made such a difference to me in my life.
This program gives you more than just the ability to do things. It gives you a sense of being.
This is an exciting time for the Kinsman Foundation as they embark on a major fundraising initiative to put in place permanent, sustaining funding for the foundation and to assist many organizations and individuals such as Technology for Independent Living, BC Coalition for the Disabled, Rick Hansen Foundation, and the BC Paraplegic Association. With the help of our family of kin of District 5, the next 60 years will be even more beneficial to those in need. Well, it really began, I think, out of a need, as most things do, when we were dealing with people with physical disabilities who required help for what we would consider the really simple things in life. Sometimes being able to open a cupboard, or being able to turn on a television, or open the window, or answer the telephone. We would have clients coming to the Kinsman Foundation, and so we saw a tremendous need where we needed to find ways to make this enable people to be more agile and to have a better way of getting things done.
If you look at the needs of persons with disabilities, there's really three basic things that they need. They need a place to live, they need attendant care in a lot of cases, and they also need assistive devices. And those are three important things that people have to be able to live independently in the community. And we feel that TIL has been a big part of that over the years.
In past days, the fundraising efforts of the Kinsman and Kinettes through Mother's March, Kin-Win Lotteries, the Polar Bear Swim, Home Show House Lottery, Schmucky, Coin Collectors, and a number of other events raised over $1 million plus each year and provided funding for the services needed at that time. I don't think you can really truly measure success other than through the benefit it has given to people that we work with. The success can be measured with the inclusivity now of people who you see everywhere in work, in play, in sports, and these are people who have been assisted by Technology for Independent Living that have provided assistive devices that allow them to be better than they thought they could be, probably in many cases.
I had a spinal cord injury. I was just swimming in the Okanagan and climbed up on one of the swimmers' rafts that they have at Skaha Lake. Dove off and didn't realize there was only 3.5 feet of water there, and yeah. I ended up being a C4-5 quadriplegic, so that means all 4 limbs are paralyzed and no hand function. So some of the TIL equipment, they bring in like bigger switches, those buddy switches, so that's pretty important when you're trying to activate a device. It is important to have TIL customized equipment because not everybody has the same degree of disability. So there, you know, some people might need special customized buttons, customized interface so that they can operate the equipment properly. And TIL does that. If there's ever a problem with the equipment, they'll come out and they keep track of the equipment. So, you know, it's they keep up to date. That's the phone on. Without TIL, I'd probably be in a group living situation because there's no way that I could be living on my own, and safely, that is. It would be a big difference in my lifestyle. I wouldn't have this great place that I have now to live in independently. I was early on in the independent living movement to be living on my own with such a high disability, but now I think it's quite common for people to live independently, and I think one of the key pieces to that was TIL.
Some of you may recall a few years ago that Walt Lawrence gave a very informative talk at our fall leadership. Walt is another person who has benefited from the support of the Kinsman Foundation and continues as a peer counselor at GF Strong today. Sometimes the simplest things can really help improve the quality of life of persons living with a disability. The Kinsman Foundation is also very aware of the ever-increasing number of seniors who one day may all require the use of some of these special devices.
There will always be a place for assistive technology for persons with disabilities. It's not just the provision of the assistive technology, it's also the maintenance and the repair and the continuing looking after those types of things to make sure that everything's working well for people in the community.
There's no end to what they can accomplish. You know, who would have thought 40 years ago that you could open a door or turn on lights or turn on a television or answer a telephone simply by raising an eyebrow or sipping or puffing on an object. Those are the kinds of things that, you know, it's like from popular science. You don't know if or when it's going to happen. But a technology for independent living, I think their slogan probably is, yes, it's going to happen, it just might not happen tomorrow, but we will find a way.
The ability to control a little bit of my own life and take care of myself a little bit gave me a sense of being more than just someone to take care of. I actually had my own abilities, and it was an amazing gift.
Like any nonprofit organization, there's always a need for more funding, and there's never enough. So if anybody is considering a good place to park some of their money that's really going to benefit people, then this would be an ideal place to do it. It is the inspiration of people like Walt Lawrence, Rob Dunfield, Rick Hansen, and many others who provide the inspiration for us all to want to help.
Hi, I'm Rick Hansen, and as an honorary member of the Kinsman Club of Port Coquitlam and a proud recipient of the Hal Rogers Fellow from your association, I just wanted to take this moment to congratulate each and every one of you at the Kinsman Foundation of BC and the Yukon. You know, the support that we received all across Canada, and especially here in British Columbia during my Man in Motion World Tour 25 years ago was absolutely fantastic. And this year, the Rick Hansen Foundation is celebrating its 25th anniversary of the Man in Motion Tour and all the progress since that tour that's taken place. And of course, Kinsman has been there with us all the way. And now, as your Kinsman Foundation of BC celebrates its own 60th anniversary of serving the needs of people with disabilities, it's my pleasure to offer my sincere congratulations on a job well done. Thank you for all the work that you're doing as difference makers in our communities, improving the lives of others, especially kids with disabilities. So never give up on your dreams. Keep up the great work. Have a great time.
Your Kinsman Foundation thanks all of the kin of District 5 and the thousands of other British Columbians who contribute to the success of our foundation and keeps us going strong.